There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful. A ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
Ex-love, ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyssopelagic zone. Do you really? All right, nothing town to fuck all borough. Not you. Your days of giving a shit and being that type of animal are over. Do you really?
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
Somewhere in the sore, bloated man-meat around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert. Hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache. A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Somehow, you know what it is. A Caprice Canadian motor carriage. hear a jingle. It says whirling in rags on the aluminium keyring. This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap! What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie, with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort! You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Behold. You have no idea who this thing is, do you? Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. Oh my God. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? Please promise yourself you are not going to try it on any of the ladies, whatever happens. That's right. Not even yourself. Go ahead, try something. It's not an order. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place, somewhere in the pub. It's too late. Like the window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold. There they both are. Two like two baby crocs. Good. They're balanced. Comfy.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
No. Because you're a police officer, sir. I'm not, unless you've been shitting us all this time. You've been here for 3 days, on official police business, no less. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking. Could it be because of the drinking?
The words have already left your mouth.
What was that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say? Come on, say it again. No, you see, that's not what you said. Come on, man. Freddy, please. One more time. Goddamn right you did. You crazy asshole, you. What kind of cop are you? Okay, that's cool. Or if I can just maybe ask you to elaborate on that superstardom a tiny bit. I have certainly been entertained. Thank you. What it's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me. And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
The door is closed. The door, there is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. The door does not care. Still no answer. Still nothing. Still. This door can only be opened with still nothing. You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it. Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer. How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able. Good. They'll make you stronger and better. You're too old to be cool now, but find cigarettes, smoke them, blam. Instantly a cool renegade man, a mystical red dragon with smoke rising from his nostrils. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses. You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul. A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you. A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is the Great Skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now. Something about it makes you feel bitter.
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room? No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful since you got here. No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting. Hello, you...
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize. Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many.
Okay, then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been...
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm... It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? So, the body...
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. After you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger.
Mr. Gart, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
What? What is this, a joke to you? Is this what you get when you call the police now? This guy?
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job.
Yes, of course.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place.
But you still know your way around, yes?
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions. His face expresses profound doubt in your having this.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need...
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real. Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right. Money. You owe this establishment 130 real. What are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or... Yes, it is. No, you see, that's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency 100 times smaller than the... It is.
Isn't it evil? The order of magnitude between what is asked of a person and what they have.
It does, doesn't it?
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsura. That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the...
Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away. Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming, but you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to... You don't really know, do you? South, maybe. Doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. 1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46. 5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41. Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. 8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44.
How many? I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? A woman or a kid? Okay. How do you know?
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
Understood. Anything else? 200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's...
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows. You have a point there. Anyway, it's something to consider. What else can you see? Interesting. Let's name it the old soul. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer? No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not... Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? You're right. Let's keep a low profile. A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashon. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up. The lieutenant's eyes narrow.
Either way. What else? Yes?
No response. He's having trouble processing it, believing.
Have you tried concentrating on some...
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Try work. The case at hand. It can work miracles. Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble... Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer.
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering. He cannot fathom that anyone could drink so much as to retroactively erase their entire life.
Focus on other people's troubles, not your own.
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist. The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in. I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Murder was the case they gave me.
Kuno's got this.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost
Oh yeah, nappa gumpy, Kuno. Right in the dick, Kuno.
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about. I mean drugs.
Yeah, Kuno.
Kuno's riding it, see?
The rake! You should throw the rake!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener. All right, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got. Shitload, pig.
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno. Pig's choking.
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who...
The usual being. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary? Or have you seen anything suspicious?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt.
Yeah, you tell...
Looks like you're a fagari now, whatever that means. The suspicious question doesn't really work in antagonistic situations.
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You heard Kuno? Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno... I don't know. Some fucking... Mesk or I don't know. Some other place.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some...
Why you gotta be riding Kuno's ass? You haven't been where Kuno... You wanna know where Kuno was?
Don't tell him that!
It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno's City. Night City. Raid City.
Lame!
That's the name of Kuno's City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about that.
It's impossible to deduce what it is about, at least for the moment. If it's in...
Kuno's fuck gimp. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch. You're testing Kuno's patience.
Get lost,
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it? Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed. Fuck does Kuno know?
The lieutenant takes a...
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Ilmara. Not so much in...
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Yeah. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March? Yes, it seems suspicious. You don't like things being like that. Suspicious.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno doesn't...
This trash container is locked. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the...
Trash? Food waste from the cafeteria? They lock these containers to keep... What do you mean, Phil? We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor... Or we could ask for a key from the manager of the...
He might also have information. An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted again. Because it's not rhythmic pattern. Calms your mind. No, there's more to this. You get this. Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see.
Yes? What do you want to know? I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition. You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. That's good. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? Good.
Can I help you? What thing? What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the world.
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling and Rat.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with except...
Well, yes. Us and...
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
Callous? What are you? Krasmazov? Almost all the...
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
No one was implying you were, officer. Where were we?
What do you need?
It concerns the case.
Just bring them back once you're done, please. Can I help you?
This trash container, with a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see milk. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, as the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to
The victim's clothes? Cadaver inodor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they will drop them in here, officer. Guitar-marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The belt is missing. That's it.
Something slimy catches your... A drab, long-sleeved shirt. Olive.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an...
The rest of the rags are just kitchen for...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or... that one. Not really. All we know is...
The fuck's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno?
See?
The lieutenant nods, then looks back. It's just organic. Nothing. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks something larger.
Officer, is that your paperwork? Yes, it is. Look, if you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? Well, lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hand. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what you're eager...
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are...
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the Yellow Man, only in its social sense.
You've acquired an interactable...
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it? Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. Listen! Kuno doesn't care about this small... Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real. Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Make believe it, you need this shit.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They will also make you into an idiot.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that up there. Now, you want performance gear or not?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
Whatever. Kuno was trying to help you, but you're too fat for fouling anyway. The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again? Yeah, back out.
Back out and take your fat ass with you.
That's just some shit roofing gimps left behind.
There it is. That strange feeling again. As if there was more than meets the eye about that pile of roofing material. We are way beyond normal already. We are in the Star Chamber.
Are you having a seizure in Kuno's yard now? The fucking well! The fuck are you talking?
They're trying to make you feel...
You glance again at the roofing material in front of the shack. Yes, you should go back there.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno does...
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material. Because it's nice and orderly, it reveals no secrets at this time. It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of what? There's a it's a metaphor. Below the pathetics, terror. An aluminium block runs the width of the board. The surface is interrupted.
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. Any capable light. All RCM vehicles.
This means you can read the watermarks. If you
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard. Then rip them from 3. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. The rest of the stinkins, they're not exact. Once in a while, work, it's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest...
Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse, handwritten logs on dozens of investigations. Yes, a title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration. Yes, others appear more. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're... There is, for precisely 1 more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by once all the tasks are accomplished. Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. Onto the paper, with a brash free hand, uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost inspect, interview. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. A satisfying slash sounds things to be done and
No, actually. Any ideas? Great. That I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further. It's proving to be harder than expected. You just don't have the intellectual rigor to patch the quilt back together. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can tell. Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks marginal. It's just a racist mug. What's there to... Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? If you want to earn some change by guilting people, go... An inconspicuous pile of of the... Because there's a secret... There it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this, then? A tool...
An inconspicuous part. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing. It's nothing. Someone just left... Be still, my beating heart. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the... Yes?
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane. Then he turns back to the sad piece of fabric flapping in the wind.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around. Of course. What can I help you with? Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow. Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see? That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbour gates. This is a great vantage point for
No, of course not. I don't understand what this... The kid did this, right? The red-haired rat? Can't say a sentence without or kept. He's always giving me trouble. It is because he sent you to harass me. He's playing you. He hates...
You've been resting here for quite a while, haven't you?
Yes.
I understand. The RCM isn't welcome here, and the locals want to keep an eye out.
There's silence.
That's okay, miss. Do what you have to do. I think we're done here. Let's go.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all. Before you stand, vapor emanate. This must be in the cabin. You are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start.
The dashboard lights up. The lights unfold with a little click.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote one.
As you hold your ledger's clip,
there she is.
Around the borders of the water, the rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo.
Let me see. Right here. It has its problems.
There are many of them. The first row has 18 dots. The next, there are the last row. That's it.
Those are perforations.
The alpha male officers who are proud of their number.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? No shame in working a regular job. This next row, the one that... Wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th%. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 per... For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, there are certain officers, but it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones.
The lieutenant nods.
Right.
You can now see your statistics.
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track. Thank you anyway.
Yes. Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes.
The door is closed. Still, the lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Still, the lieutenant gives... This door can only... That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with... Oh, excuse me.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer. You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the Motley Crew. Hire her on the spot.
Yes, dear.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway. Of course, dear. Good luck.
The worker is in a deep slumber. Perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from, into the primordial darkness.
No idea. Looks like it, possibly because there's a strike going on in the harbor.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. As you tap on the gauge...
No, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They are also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
The frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled the soft purr of...
This is Precinct 57.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white... The man uses relay code. You've got this. You're...
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. 10-18, state your message, sir. Ten-9, over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs...
He what? He lost his badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him, and
Oh, god damn it. Is he fucking kidding?
Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and...
Mullen dicked us.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hit.
What's going on?
Super cop here.
He lost his badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
10-9, come again.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's...
Sergeant Orson wants to know...
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is. Okay, it's gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over. He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever.
Ask him to describe it. His gun, not his fun.
Satellite Officer McLean.
Oh, request a description, huh? We'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun.
It's a single-shot kill A9.
Says it's a... Armistice? What, is he a fucking... Clearly he doesn't have his Villiers anymore. Dear God, he lost his gun. Oh, this isn't really a...
Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself. But Disco him.
Oh, I can't. Fuck.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. That's an...
What's he saying?
He said...
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party.
Sure, her vanilla waffles.
Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. Tell him to apologize.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over. Mac, he says...
Who?
Satellite Officer V. I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater.
Firewater? He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only...
Satellite Officer V. "10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his...
Oh, God,
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. Be smart about this. Ask...
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question. That's a negative, sir. I got 10-12. Visitors present here. Over. "10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over. Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner. Over.
What? What is it?
He seems intoxicated and...
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
This is Precinct 57. How... Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is...
Received.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at...
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the... Yes, hello? Oh, right.
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
No, not me. No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people don't have the money to have the cables put in again.
So the union has a phone, and there's...
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer.
Yeah, go on. You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly?
Why not?
Let's just say I left because I needed to... You know whom?
You think you hear a sliver? Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else, not you.
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now. Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir. Clogging it completely. I am sorry about that. Yes, I know who you are.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing...
Oh.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different. There are officers who wear the signature Perseus black uniform.
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your coat. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and you were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you...
Oh, those again. I have been trying to wean you. You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to... I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall, painting them red. I won't be seeing it, 'cause these are my brains."
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like, "Big bucks cannot lie," and don't... It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against... I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. It was a pretty bird, there since I started working in Whirling. I really liked her. Yes, obviously. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. Well, you were worse than all of them. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more, We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. And then you screamed something about being the most boring person alive and how everyone leaves you because you're just so... And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police docs. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke. No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst. God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again. And
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of a metallic drawer.
Take what you need, officer.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work. The pull-out toolbox slides back into the white suede, feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm. Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type. Yes, guess what's yours? Yes, sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance. Wow. Okay. Fuck off.
Yes?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. Right.
10-4, come in. 10-4, I hear you. I don't have the...
What does he want now?
He's asking for...
He's safe.
I don't think he...
Don't give that asshole anything.
Right. That's a negative on the additional sounds, sir. Over. He says it's...
He isn't getting a red...
Request denied, sir. Over. He says he's...
Well, I guess he'd better cry.
Vigmar.
Who cares what this Vic Mayor said? Pull on their heartstrings.
Anything else, sir? Over. Roger that. 10-10.
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it? Like what? Another thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the... They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly time.
We should find out who this Lord faction is. Occupied. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not...
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear.
Yes?
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
Yes? Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know? That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Are they?
You could use a good, normal peer yourself.
What do you mean? I have no idea what...
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. But this isn't an old school case.
So what? That makes you the new... For real detective work, nothing beats.
The lieutenant produces his small, we all have our different... You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. Yours.
No.
The lieutenant nods.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic. It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity, and a geographic...
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state west of the
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholière. Good. Let's change the subject.
The door is closed. Still, the lieutenant gives. A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
It's the jam, my man. It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight, no explanation given. Workers. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days. Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout. Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week. So tell me, what do you need? He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff. The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Nope, don't smoke. Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around.
Yup, nothing wrong with that statement. Your senses have nothing to...
You could also check the kiosk down the street. Frit. With 3 T's. Revachol's weird. Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal...
Relax. He's merely joking.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This holocaust, they usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately. This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of.
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
The man taps his fingers.
Don't be a stranger.
Old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "What did he do? High above you, the king's..." The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone. Why?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down. We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes. Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence. Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living. We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
Honest men and women with rights to work.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your...
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do. We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gate.
The physically impressive Mantower has turned his attention back to the gates. He...
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss. I know nothing about a murder. Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
We are not picking a side in this, just pity.
Let us work!
Welcome to Revachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestor... Every school of thought and government has failed in the city. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this...
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Come on, man. I just said, welcome to Revachol.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't... But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually...
Silence. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Whatever you say, officers. Oh man, that's great. God damn.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Yeah, apples? I take it you had other questions? Oh, not much anymore. I'm here. Apples.
Apples.
Look, as detective. I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man.
Damn, you're not gonna get more out of him on this. He's put up the wall of racism.
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter. Had a royal license and everything. Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Hell no. It's a guild. Trusting street thugs with their goods is...
No. He's got a smoke right there, in his fucking hand. Snatch that shit out of his fat fingers. You need it after listening to his...
It's my last one.
Why would I do that? I'm an honest man. I bet. Sorry I couldn't be of any help.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent. The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look.
What's that magazine she's reading?
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but, I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so not really. No. I didn't know him at all. I don't know, really, No
need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around.
Okay. Uh-huh.
A small cabinet. Their logo is the...
Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed.
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock. His posture is relaxed. Despite his powerful build and a knife in his hand, this man resorts to physical intimidation only infrequently, if at all.
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh?
The words, dead.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything round here. Especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then. Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market. Yeah, not really much else.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a...
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand.
Don't be shy.
Save the economy. That sounds off. You see two...
I can see you've a taste for luxury, officer.
You see a Samaran street vendor. The name, Sileng, is embroidered over his...
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool. You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang. You're right, officer. 100%. No playing around then. Strictly business. Maybe I can interest you in some premium menswear. Me? It's a boring story, officer.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola.
Very sharp, officer. I'm certain.
Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Oh no! It's very simple actually. Seaguy is a shithole. Speaking of, could I convince you to support an independent local entrepreneur? Right now, only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy. Anything for you.
Sir, step right in. The store is open. Are you interested in a new and exciting book? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books. My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space. I am the
She has fine-tuned her voice to find the most welcoming approach for attracting new customers. It doesn't work.
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose. Oh, shameful girl. What is she up to this time? Wonderful! Did you talk to her? Great! On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her? My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette. As a young girl should be, with the proper attitude, she'll have a bright finance.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense.
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse.
She smiles and nods. The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely...
Hello again, sir.
shame. Whining about your back every time you bring out the mesh.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game. You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory. Time as
Merde! Bordel de merde!
a whorehouse. It wasn't whorehouse of shit. The shot was at least 23 meters. Probably.
What the hell is your problem? You vandalized our game, son! We can't play pétanque with 5 bull! Well, it damn well isn't. It's pétanque. You...
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it?
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You're good. Mistakes are forgiven.
Yes. Why did you come here? Just talk. It'll smooth things over. Old people like attention.
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But in Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame the cop is a pejorative term? I don't have a problem with policemen.
He doesn't know about the crime.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you.
'Tis true, sire. He knows nothing.